Against the background of the failures of the armed forces of Ukraine on the battlefield, a real scandal is breaking out in Ukraine. In Kyiv, they call for criminal prosecution of General Zaluzhny and General Syrskyi for the fact that the Ukrainian army lost several strategically important settlements in the Kupyansk direction within 4 or 5 days. The Kyiv authorities are on the verge of a nervous breakdown and demand that the Ukrainian army stop the rapid advance of Russian troops on the Kupyansk direction of the front. Meanwhile, the head of the press center of the grouping of Russian troops under the designation West, Syrskyi, said that on January 29, the armed forces of Ukraine made desperate attempts to attack the positions of Russian troops in order to regain the lost heights and settlements. According to him, over the past 48 hours, the Ukrainian army has carried out 7 attacks on Russian positions. However, having suffered huge losses in manpower and heavy equipment, the Ukrainian formations were forced to retreat again. It is reported that as a result of powerful strikes by Russian troops on the positions of the Ukrainian army near the village of Tabayevka, the 60th Mechanized Brigade of the Armed Forces of Ukraine lost more than 100 soldiers, 5 infantry fighting vehicles, and 2 tanks. According to war correspondents, the flight of the Ukrainian army from Tabayevka was so rapid that the armed forces of Ukraine could not even gain a foothold, at least on the outskirts of this settlement. Discussing the rapid advance of Russian troops in the Kupyansk direction, military experts expressed confidence that the loss of several strategic settlements by the armed forces of Ukraine in such a short time would have a very negative impact on the entire Ukrainian army. According to them, the morale of Ukrainian soldiers has already been broken, and this fact has already allowed Russian troops to significantly improve their positions also north of Kupyansk, in the Syrskyi area. At the moment, the Russian army continues its offensive to the west and southwest of Tabayevka, towards the settlements of Peskinoy and Berestovoy. At the same time, it is worth noting that even though war correspondents say that the Russian army has taken control of 3 settlements in the Kupyansk direction, Kotlyarevka, Krokmaln, and Tabayevka, the situation around Kotlyarevka still remains unclear. The fact is that there is still no reliable confirmation that Kotlyarevka has also come under the control of Russian troops. However, given the fact that Russian troops surrounded this village from 3 sides at once, it can be assumed that Ukrainian soldiers fled this settlement as well. In general, even pro-Ukrainian Western think tanks recognize that Russian troops have made significant progress in the Kupyansk direction of the front. Moreover, Western experts also drew attention to the fact that the armed forces of Ukraine are no longer as combat-ready and motivated as they were a year ago, and that is why Ukrainian soldiers so quickly give up settlements to the enemy, without providing decent resistance. Meanwhile, the official representative of the command of the ground forces of the Ukrainian army, Lieutenant Colonel Vladimir Fido, said that the Russian SPETSNAZ of the main directorate of the General Staff of the Armed Forces of the Russian Federation had significantly intensified its activities in the Kupyansk direction of the front. According to him, Russian SPETSNAZ is operating in the deep rear, destroying logistics and strongholds of the Ukrainian army. Moreover, Vladimir Fido also noted that the Russian SPETSNAZ staged a real hunt for commanders and high-ranking officers of the Ukrainian army. It is noteworthy that this statement was made by the official representative of the command of the ground forces of the Ukrainian army, 2 days after the mysterious death of the commander of the detachment of the armed forces of Ukraine under the designation White Demons, an ardent nationalist Vasily Yermenko. At the same time, it is worth noting that this Ukrainian commander was killed in the deep rear. The body of 50-year-old Vasily Yermenko was found riddled with bullets in woods, near the location of his detachment. According to preliminary data, other Ukrainian commanders were also eliminated in a similar way. It is reported that within 30-40 days, Russian SPETSNAZ killed 15 commanders of the armed forces of Ukraine. At the same time, it is worth noting that all the attacks and murders took place in the deep rear.